First video, Azzy. How do you feel?
So we are parents now, hence the baby.
Proof. You just waved.
Everybody, this is Azariah Jack's Bevere. He's 2 months old. Hopping in your first YouTube video. Yeah, hey. Say hey y'all. Hey.
He's got his dad's hair, as you guys can see, very much.
Yeah.
Lots.
I feel like he looked more like mom when it came out. Now he's starting to look like dad more and more. But I'm not mad at it. Dad's cute. But here's the thing. We thought, okay, when you become parents, everything changes and you feel very different. We don't feel like we're in a new box right now. We still feel like us, and we're just in this new season with this little blessing. So there's a lot that people don't tell you about becoming parents. So we want to tell you so you're informed.
Yeah, because I remember when we were becoming parents, or really kind of right on the edge of it.
Like right before he came?
Yeah, I was asking anyone who just had a baby, I was like, what was it like? Like, what was the first 2 weeks like? How are you guys settling in? Because it was just a lot of unknown and a lot of curiosity that was kind of coming onto us. So here are 3 things that we wish we would have known before we became parents.
Yeah. I would say first one, I'm going to speak directly to the mamas, is take it day by day and then week by week. And what I mean is it can feel really easy to want to tackle everything of so much new is happening and like, how am I adjusting? But really, if you take it day by day, then you just think, okay, today I feel this way. Today, this is what we're tackling. This is what we're taking on. That's new information. And just allow yourself to really learn and heal. So much of that first week, I think they say first week stay in bed, second week on bed, third week around the bed. Mm-hmm. But that first week, you were just healing from, it's a miraculous, wonderful experience, right? But your body goes through a lot of change, and it's been changing for 9 months. So that first week, you really do just need to rest. And husbands, like, you did a great job of this. Be there for your wife. Like, there's some things, don't just say, well, what do you need? Like, make the food, get baths for her. Baths are huge for the healing process. Like, just go above and beyond to be like, I'm going to initiate this healing, and I'm going to really take on by the reins. And babies really just kind of sleep. They're almost like still asleep when they first come out for that first week or two.
The first week, yeah. After that first week, you just want to get them to sleep.
Yeah, that's when you have to know.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have to get them to sleep. But I think that's part of you, mama, and dad need time to heal. Yeah. And baby's like, I'm just going to chill for a little bit, stay nice and cozy. Awake to the world, but
and I think
that's the first week.
The day by day, like you're saying, take it by day by day, is you don't have to try to fit into anyone else's mold that, this is how they did it and this is what worked, because we ran into issues with him of as he's kind of slouching over, his stomach just was not doing well, and he's honestly done a lot better in the last couple of weeks, so that's been a huge game changer. We wouldn't have moments like this. It was like he was either feeding, sleeping, or screaming, and that was really tough because we felt like we didn't
know why, and then we also felt like failures.
Yeah, we felt like we were bad parents because we heard other people's stories of saying like, oh, well, we were back at it within 4 weeks, and you guys should figure that out. And I'm like, how in the world? Yeah. I'm like, I don't know how you function like that. Mm-hmm. And so just understanding, you take it day by day. There's things that you're going to be able to do and things you won't be able to do.
Because every family's different, every baby's different.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can think, if you're trying to fit into a mold, then if you're like a day off or one thing is not fitting in the category, you can feel like a failure. And you just need to, one, take time to cherish these moments, to love on your baby, and find your rhythm. Number 2 is that baby is still developing and still learning so much. Yeah.
I think he's pushing out poop. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Dad felt that one. That was on his hand.
I think they might have heard that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking. Look how helpless he is. Can't even change his own diaper. Well, can't or won't.
Thanks. Good job, buddy. You worked hard at that one.
I I know, it's a big feat. You did good.
He felt like this one really applied to his digestive system, so he needed to.
That's basically number 2. Their digestive systems are still forming. Some people say that babies are basically lactose intolerant for a little bit. Some may handle the conversion better. He is definitely a little bit more sensitive. We're still doing dairy-free, egg-free, basically kind of wheat-free. There's
wheat-free, like a lot of things that we're not doing. Any spicy food.
Mm-hmm. There's just some big allergens that maybe not every baby has a hard time digesting at first, but it's good to be aware of. Yeah. So if your baby is gassy or something, maybe look at those and take them out and then slowly add them in, because for the first few weeks we were like, he's just not doing good. Like, what is it? And then we found out his stomach, and it was abnormal. And I felt, mom guilt. I was like, what am I doing wrong? But as soon as we changed our diet, we saw a big difference where I'm like, I wish someone just would have told me, take these foods out from the beginning.
Yeah, well, and that's the crazy thing, because I will say, I remember I messaged my mom and I was like, we just need help. I was like, I don't know what to do. He's just crying so much. And we felt like it was just, like I said, it's just the only way to stop him was to get him to feed. And it was really frustrating. And I was like, I need help. And so she connected us with a very natural doctor, who's a great doctor, Dr. Axe. And it was crazy because we told our pediatrician, we're like, hey, he's not doing well and we don't know. And she tested his diaper to see if there was anything that he was allergic to. And she was like, no, nothing came back. She was like, maybe just get some gripe water. And then we went to the chiropractor, and they're like, the chiropractor even knew. He said, I would take out milk, eggs, all these things. And so basically we were told, just do meat, rice, and vegetables, steamed vegetables that are cooked all the way. And so we started doing that, and then we've been easing things back onto it. And we noticed, honestly, right away, that, and then also for Christian to start taking probiotics. Mm-hmm. That was huge, because as she takes the probiotics, it goes to him. And then, of course, there are baby probiotics that he was able to take, so that helped a lot.
Gripe water and like all of that. But we wish we could have started from that clean slate from the beginning and figured it out instead of having you fall asleep. He's like, that would have been nice. I'm sorry, but hey,
you seem like you're falling asleep. So third thing, as he's falling asleep, is have grace for each other in this situation and over communicate where you're at. Like, I think there was one day where I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Like, I need to go outside. I need to remove myself from the situation. And I kind of didn't do the best job maybe of communicating that. I very much just was frustrated, and I kind of walked out of the room, went outside into our front porch, took some time, got into the Word. I was like, I need to renew my mind.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and that was like the worst day for me. And that was earlier on. And I think it was really great because Christian didn't like grab Azzy and come running after me and was like, you get back here and you help me out right now, kind of thing.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm sorry. I came back. Don't worry. But Christian just walked out because Azzy started crying. Yeah, she literally walked out on me, so frustrated. No, not at all. She just started getting a little fussy, so she's letting him ease down. But I was really glad in that situation that Christian didn't run after me and was like, get back here right now. And we could have blown up into a fight, very much so, because I was not in a good place in terms of just where I was at mentally. I was very frustrated and just felt like honestly a failure. And I think that's what you'll feel like as parents as time as you're like, I feel responsible for this child and they're crying so much or they're fussing and all these things and I don't know what to do. And Christian did a great job of kind of looking at me. You want to come back in?
We'll try it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Christian had a great job of looking at me, and here she is magically back in. But just looking at me and asking like, hey, what do you need? Like, just reset. Like, go to the gym, work out testosterone. And I was able to I remember I actually listened to a sermon. I just kind of cooled my thinking, cooled my mind. Was able to come back and be way more helpful for Christian on that day. And I really feel like since that day, I've not really had a single day where I felt like it was ever to that point. And so have grace for one another in that. Do not try to.
I'll be like, score, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, don't
Not
be
in
like
marriage, but especially in early parenthood.
Yeah, like just both of you learn how to serve each other. We've talked about this before, but serve each other in that of, hey, I don't have expectations, but I know that if I serve you and you serve me to that ability, that we're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
And I think
to do the new mercies every day. Take that verse to heart, and then there are some days where we had to get a plan too. And you learn plans, like maybe what worked first month doesn't work second month. I remember going to my 6-week checkup and they said, how much sleep are you getting? I was like, 4 hours. She's like, oh, like 4 hour stints? I was like, no. She goes, okay, why don't you try this? Why doesn't husband take the first night shift? Because we're exclusively breastfeeding because that's what we chose to do. And I was just thinking, it makes sense for me to get up. But especially when he was really gassy, it was nurse him and then he'd wake up and then another nurse. It was a lot of stints. So that was something where we're like, okay, that's something that we should communicate, get them on the same page. That's helped a lot. If you don't learn anything else, just know to divvy up some responsibilities that you can. And then some nights I do get to just take the night feed and he does great, and then other nights it's, hey, I really need your help. But it's just, we told each other, hey, we're gonna need to communicate where we are without judgment and without suggestiveness, and just say, hey, yeah. And there's been days where you had a golf tournament. Yeah. And then the day you got back, not because I was like, oh, well, since you've been gone, now you have to watch him, but that fourth day I was kind of struggling and I said, can you just hold him? I need a moment. So it's not just the dads, moms have it too, and you just gotta just trust each other that you're a partnership and that each other wants to serve you and the baby. So communicating that with grace, like you said.
And of course the goal too, if you notice either one of you has not had a lot of time out, make sure you make allowance for that. And if
even if that's a walk.
Well, no, I'm anytime someone's asked Christian to do something, I've been go, I'll figure it out. I'll give me a bottle, and if you go out and stay longer, or if you want to go right or anything like that, go. Because I've had a little bit, it's easier for me, and it's easier for the husband to be able to leave and go for a 6-hour stint because they don't have to worry about.
I wouldn't do that very often, husbands.
Yeah, no, but
work is different.
I was able to for work and then also for the golf tournament. I'm not gonna play in the golf tournament, but this was a great opportunity for me to be able to do something.
Yeah, and it was local. It was very close to home.
Yeah, and we made it work, but I think that's just important to make sure that you guys are supporting and encouraging and really looking out for each other. I think that's what we talked about earlier in another video, is looking out for one another.
And believing the best. I would say that because I know even last night I wasn't sleeping great. So around 5 a.m. you were asking questions and I was like, I don't know. But you weren't like, hey, you need to fix your tone. I don't think that would have gone over very well. But you had grace. You're like, okay, I know she's tired. She doesn't celebrate this weekend. And then as soon as I woke up after getting another hour,
it's completely fine. And that's huge. You'll understand. You guys will please don't try to have an argument in the middle of the night when you're both tired and one of you says one thing that's maybe wrong.
Get it and then go back to sleep.
Just help out. Just understand. Hey, don't take it too personally. It's gonna happen.
There's been times when I'm like, Arden, I need turn on the hatch or something. You're like, okay. And you
go right back to sleep. But then I wake up an hour later and I'm like, you told me to get the hatch, didn't you?
Did you get the hatch? And you just laugh, but
oh my God, I'm so sorry. I should have done that.
So have grace for each other. Have grace for yourselves. You're learning a new rhythm. You're in a brand new season. As much advice as you can get, especially first-time parents. There's no perfect rhythm, but you do what works for you and your family and your baby. Show him.
There he is. Look at that cute face.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's all worth it. That's the biggest thing. This is a short season, so we're trying to
I mean, he's grown so much in the last month that I'm like, you know what? I want to cherish the size.
Yeah.
Everything that comes with it because it is fleeting.
Yeah, I agree.
Just soak it in.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to see more of this cute face, make sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel. And we hope this was helpful to you. Leave a comment down below if any new parent questions or any questions for us that you guys want to hear. But we always love when you guys tune in. So we'll see you next time.